Hey guys, Mr. Randall here again today, and today what we're looking at is we're going to review the area of some shapes we know how to find. We're going to keep talking about the volume of a prism, and here this code is the same one as yesterday, but if you scroll down, you should be able to go from rectangular prisms to prisms with parallelograms or triangles. Okay, so let's take a look right here quick. So this is a parallelogram. How do we find the area of a parallelogram? Well, I believe that it's base times height. So base is 6, the height is 5. Some problems like this, you might even get a number like, let's say I had a 3 right here. Actually, that wouldn't even make sense. Let's say a 7. A 7 right here. That 7 is just there to mess you up. Okay, so we want to focus on the 5 and the 6. So we multiply them together, base times height, because this is the one where we move the triangle. That area is going to be 30 inches squared. Okay, right here, this is a trapezoid. Does anyone remember the area for a trapezoid? Well, we have to add the two bases. So we're going to do 8 plus 4 is 12. And we multiply it by 7. Because again, this is the one where we take this and spin it around, and then we make a parallelogram. So we had 12 times 7, but now we have to do half of it because we have 2 of these trapezoids, and we would have 42 inches squared. Okay. Triangles now. These are the ones too where I could have, let's say, a 7 right here. That 7 again is just there to confuse you. What we again are focusing on is the height and the base. Much like the parallelogram, but we do half of it. So we would do 3 times 9, we'd get 27, and we have to divide that by 2, and we would get 13.5 inches squared. Okay. So again, this is just a quick review on how to find the area of those shapes, but also we remember that it's volume equals area of base. So these, if you had a base of this, times some height. Okay. Yesterday we kind of talked more about rectangular prisms, and we could see the squares and count the squares. Right here we're going to look at parallelograms, trapezoids, triangles. Well, if you look, these are the same shape. So we know the area of the base, it was 30. And again, if you don't know that, it's 5 times 6, the base times the length, or the width times the length, I meant to say. That gives you the area of the base. Well, now we're going to take 30 multiplied by 3, because that 3 is the height right here. We would get 90 inches cubed. Okay. Well, I remember that this one was 24 or 42. So I have this trapezoid right here has an area of 42, we know. Well, if I stack that back 5 rows deep, well, that's obviously going to be, we multiply it by 5, and we would get 210 centimeters squared. Okay. Last one here, we are looking at this now. This triangle is our base. This is important. This is an important distinction to make, because right here, this is a parallelogram. So you would need to use this base. The rectangles, there were rectangles on each side, so it wasn't something that was hard to see. But if we had something where this is a parallelogram right here, it's not supposed to be a rectangle. Right here, what we have to do is, well, we have to find the base, which is obviously the shape that we're looking at here. So now we're going to have 3 times 9. Again, 27, half of it, 13.5. 13.5 times, if it's stacked 5 rows back, times 5, 67.5. I don't know why I have a 6 there. Okay. I think I might have gone a little quick, but we're going to slow these problems down here. So, find the volume of a right triangle. So, I drew a right triangle. And again, the important thing is if you are ever confused, the first thing you should do to try and get out of that confusion is draw a picture. So, find the volume of a right triangle with a base of 3. So I actually have these backwards. You'll have the same area though. Base of 3, length of 4, height of 7. Okay, so now what we have to do is, well, the area of the base, which is the right triangle, we're going to do the height, which is 4. Base times is 3, so we're going to get 12. But we're going to have to half it, so we're going to get 6. Well, now we have 6 right here. We're going to have 6 in the total highlighted area. Now we have to multiply it by the base, which is the height of 7. So we multiply this by 7, we would get 42. Last example here, and I'll give you your quizzes. So, Layla wants to build a wooden box with a volume of 42 cubic centimeters. She starts with a width of 3, so here is your width of 3, your length of 3. So now what we can tell is right here, the area of the base is going to have to be, well, it's going to be 9. So let's write that down. Nine. Well, now we're going to have 9 times some height equaling 45. And this is where our algebra skills come important. 9 times h equals 45. Well, we have to get h all alone, so we're going to divide by 9, get 9 out of here. Well, now we have to keep a balance, so we put a 9 over here. 45 divided by 9, we're going to get h, which is all alone. We can put this into a calculator now. 45 divided by 9 is 5. So this question mark right here is going to be 5. Okay. Here is your quizzes code once I move this little dog that looks like Superman flying through the air. Okay. Here's your quizzes code. Make sure that we do that. And otherwise, we're going to be wrapping this up tomorrow, guys. Have a good day.